Welcome. All right. Well, how are you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing good. Yeah. Well, okay. A little tired?
A little bit. Just got done with the gym, you know. So, yeah.
Exercising, working out. Trying to keep in shape.
Yeah. Especially with the diet and stuff, so.
How's the diet going?
It's going fine. You know, it's nothing crazy. Just trying to figure out how to keep my protein intake high.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, let's start by taking 3 deep breaths in and letting it out. Okay, so let's start. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. So, how is the week been?
Stressful. You know, I've got my exams coming up, and you know, I'm trying to figure out how to make an announcement video for the upcoming event in July. So yeah, just been focusing on that.
So exams, what type of, is this like in semester exams?
So I'm taking the GED. So you can take it whenever you want, but my parents like just get it done. You know, apply to a university this year, all that other stuff. And the video, I have to somehow announce that we're doing the 3rd event, but keep it like super high and cool and stuff. So the problem is that we forgot to hire a videographer for the last event, so I have no content to work with.
So you forgot to hire one for the last event?
Yeah, for the last event.
Okay.
So, you know, we don't have any video. We've hired a photographer, so we've got photos and stuff, but we don't have any videos where I can work with and, you know, create some sort of an Instagram reel or something like that. So, yeah.
Trying to figure out how to create some type of energy, some type of hype for this event. When's the deadline to put that out?
Well, there's not really a deadline. You know, I'm just trying to push myself to, you know, get it done before the end of this month. So, yeah.
And taking the test for the GED. What we have exams as well, and then your parents want you to.
My parents want me to, you know, just get done with the exams. So, you know, the tests and stuff. So maybe that's gonna be done by this month as well. So yeah.
So it's two things on
Two things.
your menu that you have to take care of. How is school going?
School is fine, you know, still here and there. But like I'm taking online school, so it's not that bad. It's just super boring. Nothing to do. You know, I've got these classes you have to attend, and the rest of it. Good thing is that I have, you know, most of my day to myself after the classes are done, so it's, you know, no big deal.
And that's how being an online student or an international online student, that allows you to be able to do things like this charity walks and do these big events because you have.
Yeah, because I have to take 4 classes because I have 4 exams. So just take those 4 classes, just like 4 hours, right? And then from there, just the rest of the day is completely yours. So yeah.
That's cool. How do you feel about that? Having this different type of school or study environment, and then having this whole charity boxing, putting this event together that's a little more, it's pretty intense, a little more.
Yeah.
adult. This is the adult world. You step into.
It's like being Henry Calvin, like disguised for Superman, and then after school he's Superman. It's like, but it's a good shift because not many people are used to it. Like how can you take care of your studies and then just do this as well? Isn't that tough? But I mean, it just depends on the person how they handle pressure. So that's that.
How do you feel you handle the pressure of all this?
Oh, last time it was super hectic. I mean, we almost, lost our venue 2 weeks before the actual, event. And it was a little tough, but we pushed through it and we got through it. So we performed well under pressure. Instead of trying to cancel the entire event, we started looking for alternatives and stuff, trying to find out other places where we could host this event. We got through it.
How much of this charity boxing event responsibility falls on you? Is it solely on you, or do you have a team that you
I have a team as well. So we have an accountant. I have two of my friends that help me. Just think of ideas and stuff, and my partner Lion. So we take care. So I take care of certain things. You take care of certain things. So he manages the venue dates and everything, the hotel. I manage all the other stuff, all the content creation, social media posts and all that, and sponsorships. So yeah.
How was besides, is it too early to get sponsors right now, or are you just the beginning stage of creating the hype for it?
No, really. I think we could secure a lot of sponsors because many people saw our last event, and now they're we're trying to step into this as well. So I have a few, companies in mind that I want to approach and get them as sponsors as well. We almost had Red Bull on it as well last event, but since they took too long to reply to emails and stuff, and I was like, we'll just cancel this one for now. Maybe next event.
This event is in July.
Yes, July 6th.
July 6th.
4 days after my birthday.
4 days after your birthday.
Yes.
Another good celebration, but then there's a lot of
On the
build up
day,
those days before as well.
Yeah, I'll be working on my birthday as well, just like last year.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's a mature thing. Because what some people they like to celebrate their birthdays, right? Me, I like to just do whatever I'm doing. I like to keep myself busy. I mean, it's nice to have birthdays and stuff, but once you reach a certain age, it's like come on, it's just a birthday. It comes every year. Maybe take some time for yourself, but there's no need to completely abandon life. Like, oh, it's my birthday. So yeah, it's not really good for me.
What would you say? Created this type of maturity at such a young age to do these things that you don't see often. Someone that's 17 years old, 18, 19, doing all these events, almost getting Red Bull signed, getting making over $1 million in profit off of these events. What created this type of maturity?
I feel like it happened naturally, but when I was younger as well, people used to tell me, "Oh, I'm really mature for my age." But I felt like hit puberty pretty quick, so that's why I had a deep voice. That's why they thought I was mature. But naturally, these things just come to you. The more responsibility you take on, the more mature you become, because then you know what your priorities are, what to handle first. And then you start to worry about all these emotional things, you start to be more practical. Yeah, it's, like you still, think with your emotions, but like you try to be as practical as possible. What would be the best thing you could do to excel towards your goals?
So excelling toward your goals. If you're excelling or accelerating towards these goals, do you still have time to be that teenager that have these goofy moments to just
since what I do with these events isn't like always you have to sit in the computer or be stressed all day. I do this one time before our event last year, me and my friends were like, you know what, we'll sell snacks at the event. And then instead of having to worry about, let's go order the snacks, well, you know what, let's go get the snacks ourselves. Let's have some fun. So we went to go get the snacks, we ran in the rain, so that was fun. And then, we were just goofing around, we were sitting in the trolleys, just driving around in the grocery store. We took a picture of it as well, we posted on social media, and we put like, meanwhile the staff of Charity Champions. And then we bought all the snacks, and we, instead of taking a taxi home, we were like, you know what, we'll take a tuk-tuk home. So we shoved everything in the tuk-tuk and we went home. So we had these fun moments, even when we were like, just sitting down and working. The way we like operate, the way we text is like hilarious. Because sometimes I'd be in the gym, right? I'd just be looking at the chats, making sure everything's okay. And then out of nowhere, I just it's one time I started quoting Borat. There's a movie. The entire team was having a laugh about it. So I guess what you do and the people you surround yourself with, that depends on how happy you are with your job and what you do.
Keeping good people around you.
Yeah.
High energy.
Because if that energy isn't there, there's no point. Because then you're just gonna hate your job and hate what you do.
So these exams, how are they what are you studying for? How are you feeling about the exams coming up? When is the...
I haven't scheduled it yet, but probably by next week or something like that.
Next week?
Yeah.
How many do you have next week?
I have 4 exams.
4 exams.
Yes. But I can choose when I want to take them, so I'm going to take my science exams first and all that. But leading up to the exams, it's a little stressful, but I feel like, I'll manage it because I took the mock test and I did pretty well on that.
What test?
Mock test.
Mock test. Oh, mock test. Like a...
Yeah, like mocks.
Try a mock of this test coming up, okay.
But I did pretty well on that, so, I think I'll do pretty good on the actual exam. But even then, it's still like an exam, so I have to take it seriously. So, yeah.
And why do your parents, why do they want you to skip ahead and start trying to apply for university? So they want you to take a GED exam so you can graduate early, and then start applying for universities.
Yeah.
So why do they want you to?
They just feel like having a degree as soon as you can is like a backbone, whatever, like a backup plan. I was like, okay, fine, I get it. So I'm not gonna really complain on that part. Everyone, like, you should go to university, even though like let's just say you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy what you're doing, and you decide to drop out. I feel like the experience of going to university is like different from going to school. So yeah.
So but why do they want you already?
I don't really know, but I think that's because like I'm turning 17 this year, and my older brother, he joined a university at the age of 17, so I think they're trying to keep that time frame exact as well. I guess it's like a 1-year difference.
So you went to college early.
Yeah.
As well. Was he doing also it's not really you're attending an international school, but you're doing it online.
Yeah.
Was he doing the same thing, or did he?
He was self-studying,
Self-study.
so he self-studied, go through the exam, and yeah, that was.
Sometimes it's boring.
Well, it's horrible.
Tell me about that a little bit, about not having kind of typical high school experience with a couple hundred or few thousand other.
So it kind of depends on how your online school is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's a small class of 10, 15 people, right? You can talk to the teacher, you can ask them questions, but my online school, they're like 30 different students, so they all keep their mics closed and they just listen to the professor. We just sit there and just note it down. If you have a question, just type it down in chat box. So, I'd rather sleep than, go through that, study it later myself. But, yeah, that part's just horrible.
How do you think university's going to be similar to that?
I hope, I hope it's, a smaller class, but I guess, I have to find out myself.
Do you have any ideas about what university you want to attend? Will you stay in this country or go different countries?
So my plan is to maybe stay here, take 2 years credit, off of university, probably move to Italy or something for the rest of my degree. Because I still want to stay here for a little longer and explore what other things and what potential this event management has. Because there's many upcoming fight promotions in Thailand. One of the biggest competing fight promotions, one championship. They're competing with UFC and they're based here as well. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity in that. So yeah.
Opportunity collaborating with them or trying to compete with them?
I feel like both.
Both.
Because I would love to compete with them. And maybe even take over one FC and make it bigger than the UFC. Well, that'd be amazing. So, but I feel like competing with them would be a better idea.
Why?
Because it really it sets a frame for you. You become more, I guess, a little aggressive when it comes to business. Because if you're always, collaborating, it kind of makes you look, like a smaller business and stuff. If you want to set your name on something, you have to go the mile, offending some people. Because everyone that's tried to compete with UFC, Dana White seemed pretty offended by that. Because why would someone try to compete with UFC? But even when they do try to compete with UFC, they one FC is doing pretty well. Chatri, he's landed himself a pretty big name. So I feel like competing with them would be a better idea than it would be to collaborate with them.
It's interesting.
Because if you collaborate with them, you have to agree with most of the things you say, even if you don't like it. But if you're your own business entity, you can do whatever you want. So I feel like competing is way better.
Where'd you get this type of this foresight, this momentum, this urge to do this, to be like this, to be this way, as in to be so young, but to also have this drive, this urge to be aggressive, to compete rather than collaborate, to just head straight on for the storm,
Yeah.
whatever storm will appear, just head on, go for it.
So last year, before our second event, right after the first one, so we're not the first people to put out, a local boxing event for, teenagers in Bangkok. There was this other, boxing event that, they were much bigger than us. They had a bigger, social media following and all that stuff. People knew about them way more. So after the first event, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make sure these guys, don't get a third event. Because when we were planning our second event, they were planning a third event. So it was there was like a head-to-head rivalry going on. And what ended up happening was that I was like, I'm not gonna let these guys, one-up us. And I already knew most of the people that came to the first event really enjoyed it, and they're willing to come to the second one. I was already thinking that, I have better fighters on my card, on my promotion. And I was like, you know what? Like, fuck these guys. I'm gonna take them off the map. What ended up happening was that since they already knew who we were, but we weren't talking, we were just, just checking each other's Instagram pages and stuff and see what's going on. What ended up happening was that they tried to put their event before ours, so they take the spotlight and everything. But nobody was interested in their event anymore. So nobody showed up to their event, and they had to, postpone their event. Postponing as in cancel. So they completely canceled it. No one's ever heard of, anything. And then we just, stole the spotlight because we had so many people come to our event. So even today, they haven't posted anything or announced, the comeback of their third event. So it's just, clear pathway for us to, just take over again and, set our foot on this mud as well. So when we took over, when we took them off the map, that was really good, feeling it. We can take off, if we can take this person off, we can take this promotion off the map. What other promotions could we take off? And if you look at the popularity and how well known, Charity Champions Promotions is, it's pretty well known in the community of, teenagers in, Bangkok and stuff. So,
you're ready to just take all competitors on.
yes. Slowly, one by one. And then, because it's a game. It's how everything works. You take control of these small things that add up to, something big, and then you start taking these big things as well.
And after you take control of the game, what
This is yours. You do whatever you want. Since this is, fights and stuff, just say one day, I take over one FC or, UFC, right? I'll have my own fights. I'll have, my own superstars like what? Khabib, Islam, Conor McGregor. So yeah.
you can see yourself that far ahead?
I did. Because if it's possible now to have a fight promotion, I feel like it's really possible to have when I'm older and ahead of the game. Because Dana White took off and he was maybe he was say 30. That's when the UFC started taking off. I'm already 16. So I have a little bit of a head start. So let's see what happens.
That's a lot ahead.
Yeah.
Starting young and having this energy, this willingness to be aggressive and take on your goals.
Yeah.
Not trying to weaken your position to where you have to collaborate always with people.
Because if you keep collaborating, you still have people to listen to. You still have the other company or other people that they hint their idea, and sometimes you have to be nice. I don't like that at all. What I want to do is what I do, and so far that's turned out pretty well.
Now, where did this come from? This type of energy that you have? How did this start? Because I'm asking this because during the bullying,
Yeah.
you took a different approach. You lived life a different way rather than being aggressive and taking those competitors head on and wanting to overtake them.
Yeah.
In a way, did you collaborate with them?
No.
You don't feel like that was by not saying anything to them, by not going against the bullying, do you see that as you were collaborating with them? What do you?
I feel like I was just tolerating them, I guess. Because when you collab with them, right? When you collaborate with them, you end up wanting to join them and bully the people around you. Even if you deep inside you may not enjoy bullying people, but let's just say you somehow find a way to collaborate with them. You're still doing something you don't want to do.
But did you collaborate in the way of allowing them to continue to bully you because you didn't take them on or try to do it differently, try to figure out a way to stop them? So did you, in a way, collaborate with them in terms of allowing them to continue to bully you for almost 4 years?
And then, in that sense, I think so. I wasn't enjoying it. So, but there wasn't, like a specific day where I was like, I'm not gonna, let anyone tell me what to do anymore. I feel like it became a natural thing.
Did the bullying help you get this type of energy where as you were just talking earlier,
Yeah.
head on, you're willing, you can see yourself ahead in gaining all this knowledge, this experience, being able to be at the top, replace a Dana White and take his position, and all this to be aggressive, not collaborating with people, being able to set your own rules, make your own path, your own way. How did we go from letting things just happen and just going through the bullying, not saying anything, being quiet, just having all these different emotions of feeling you don't have anyone to speak with about this, just taking it, putting it on your shoulder, carrying it, and now having this, how did you journey from there and yourself evolve to now this? How did that happen?
I feel like subconsciously, it stuck with me somehow.
What stuck with you?
The idea of not being not like being what to do, being told what to do. Because, like you said, like collaborating with them and letting them bully me, I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't really agree with that word right there, because your eyes rolled a little bit. Because you said letting.
Yeah, letting them like.
Is there another word you want to use instead of letting them?
I mean, there just isn't really a better word to put it, but I guess allowing them to bully me and stuff was like a way of collaboration. The idea of that, allowing them to bully me until something happens, until I get bigger, that, it stuck with me subconsciously, I feel like. And over time, I But like, you know, when I, you know, moved away from school and stuff, I started going on YouTube more often, and I was like, you know, these people have, you know, really nice lives and stuff. And then you have people that live lives like going to the office, 9-to-5 job, being told what to do by their boss. In that same way, I started, like, I kind of see the bully and, you know, being told what to do by your boss is like, it correlates. That's what I feel like. It kind of correlates because you're still being told what to do, even though you don't want to do it, you kind of have to do it. So, you know.
Say more about that. That's interesting. How?
Welcome. Here at Counseling Studio, the therapy or counseling sessions are free. If you have mental health questions, for example, depression, child development, relationships, drug and alcohol questions, or any concerns, type them in the comment section or private message me on Facebook. I left a link in the description of this video.